Neil from Essex here with my sidekick Nate for today's Crazy Neil's Deals Halloween edition. We're out today in my kids' Halloween costumes. We're gonna walk around the store here, find the stuff in the dusty corners that we don't want to move in 2 months when this store relocates here. See if we can find anything that's gonna work behind your tractor. Crazy Neil's Deals, Crazy Neil's Deals. So this first item was in the last Crazy Neil's Deals, Nate.
Yep,
We had it sold and somebody backed out on us.
Yep.
What are we doing with it this time?
Well, we asked what, $650 the last time?
$650 the last time.
Well, let's drop the price even further this time. $500.
$500. You know what? Nobody's gonna buy it if your arms aren't moving. That's what the tube man does. Ugh. I can't pick that up.
Me either.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
We've got two tooth bars sitting back here, a 62 and an 84 inch. Goodness, with the price of steel right now.
With the increase in price and the steel surcharges these days, these were ordered way back before that. So we have an 84 inch that we can sell you at $325, or we got a 62 at $350. Now that 62 is a little bit more beefier than one may seem, so it is quite a heavy duty tooth
Has the
bar.
bigger, heavier teeth on it. Both of them are replaceable teeth. These are what? The better part of $600 or more to go out and get one built today.
Right.
In front of us here are two Bush Hog 3-point hitch blades. These are 60-inch models out of their series made more towards smaller compact tractors. Now these have been around here for a while now. They need to have a home. Steel prices continue to ratchet up, but man, I want rid of these things.
Me too.
What are we gonna let them go for, Nate?
Well, I think retail news around $595, $600, but for Crazy Neil's Deals, $300 today.
$300 for a 3-point rear blade. Where are you gonna find a name brand blade for that kind of money?
Crazy Neil's Deals.
Behind us here, there's a whole pile of excess tires. We always seem to accumulate this stuff. Now, what I think might be the most interesting to you is the rims that are here, and not because you might have a tractor that fits it, the odds of that are awfully slim, but because these rims make fantastic
Fire pit.
fire pits. Anything that we got out here that would make a good fire pit, very simply, all you gotta do is torch the middle of it out and you've got a perfect metal ring for the outside. There's probably about 5 of them down here that are about the right proportions for that. That 6th one's actually at my house right now. $150 a piece. That includes you going through and doing the torching to cut it. Another $50 if you would like us to prep everything for you.
Yeah.
Nate, you've done a lot of work down here lately. What are we looking at?
So we have a slew of tires that we accumulated over time. Now it would take us all afternoon to sit here and talk about them. So what we're gonna do, Mark's gonna put a big old list on the screen there for you. And then if anything sparks your interest, feel free to let me know and we can discuss. And then these will all be priced for you. And then we can go over it and see what we can make work for you.
All sizes of tractors. I see a couple back here that fit BXs. Obviously, these are some big ag tires here behind us.
You name it, it's here, right? We would have taken them off over time to swap out ag for turf or R4s. You name it, it's here. Or maybe some flotation tires. You name it, it's here.
So lengthy list down in the description. If you've watched a series of these videos, about 50% or more of what you see actually sells in 2 or 3 days after these videos posting. This area down here is a great example of that. There used to be a lot more stuff down here than what there is now, but these are new. What are they, Nate?
So we have here stink bug traps.
Stink bug traps. You're not gonna find these anywhere else.
These are limited edition stink bug traps.
So some years ago when stink bugs first started becoming a big problem in our area and doing a lot of crop damage, we brought a couple of these into inventory from a local company here that was trying to manufacture and kind of kickstart a company around this idea. In our case, we were running these out to orchards. Now, the way that this thing works, it has a big bulb up here in the middle that's going to create some heat, attract the stink bugs, and these are then essentially gigantic bug zappers. Anything that lands on here and connects between these two halves of the mesh are going to get fried. Now, you need a generator in order to power this thing. You can crank it up here to get it up in the air to attract all those bugs. If you've got an application for this, where else are you gonna find this kind of thing?
And not only do we have, just not one, but two.
Two. Now, when these were new, what were we selling these for back when this was actually a thing?
So, surprisingly enough, these were over $2,500.
Over $2,500. Now, we are going to take an absolute bath on these because they've been around here way too long.
They have been here for a period of time. So for these here, we're going to knock the price way down at $500 a piece.
500 bucks a piece.
Now these will be great to go in the back of like a UTV bed, put them in your Kubota, in your Gator, and whatnot. So they are the nickname the Predator, because that's what they are.
So if you struggle from crop damage or anything from stink bugs, no doubt you can put an extra 500 bucks in your pocket pretty quickly, protecting your crops. Now this is a special one. This is my personal zero-turn mower. Here at the end of the season, I'm actually upgrading the mower that I've had at home for the last 2 years or so. Really quite nice machine, 72-inch deck, 30 horsepower Kawasaki engine. It is not the smoothest riding machine in the world, but in terms of horsepower and the amount of grass that you're going to cut in a short amount of time, it does a great job. You would have seen this thing in a couple of videos out mowing some pasture grass. It's about 2 feet high. We've run it hard and put it away wet, but I just had this run through the shop. Everything is freshly serviced. Brand new blades have been installed on it. Everything is squeaky clean. I put it in the computer about 2 weeks ago, $4,500. It's still here. How much are we knocking off?
Hey man, it's your mower.
Let's go down to $4,000, knock 500 bucks off of Crazy Neil's deals.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what to say.
I wasn't sure what you were going to throw at me there.
I didn't either.
That could have been dangerous.
Neil's mower, $75.
In front of me here are the guts from a planter demonstration trailer. We actually have a trailer set up to go out on the farms and pull a row unit inside of this trailer through some sand in order to show how one planter can outperform some of the competition. The guts, though, of this trailer are all obsolete now. All of these companies have moved on to newer designs, and these are the row units that are coming out of that trailer. So I have a case row unit over here, and I believe what's a Kinsey Deere design on the other one. Neither of these are going to have seed boxes and stuff on top of it. You're mostly looking at the opening disc and the closing wheels. For the parts that are here on this, say $500 for either one of these, $1,000 for the pair, would make a great option if you're looking to make like your own small scale planter or something. These would be great components in order to start with, but you're going to have to work out that seed box mechanism as well.
Look at that, you got like 1,000 used blades that go with it.
That's right. So that's what you want, a pile of rusty blades.
Yeah, they're free.
Okay.
At the purchase of the mower.
This mower's been kicking around here for way too long. This is a Kubota Z723 with a bagger on the back. This one was sold and actually returned to us because the buyer of it was a little disappointed in its power. The horsepower of this machine is not a lot for the bagger that's on the back, and when you really push it, it dogs down pretty hard, and so the machine ended up coming back to us. It only has a handful of hours on it, but we've had it priced at $8,500 and it's still here. End of the season, what are we doing?
Well, it's a baby doll. I mean, you got the bagger, you got the front weights. I mean, she's ready to mow. We'll knock it down to $7,500.
$7,500. Link to see more pictures and details are going to be in the description. Beside us here is a really unique snow plow. This is a 48-inch wide Virnig plow on a skid steer coupler made for clearing sidewalks. Definitely is all that more attractive the more Nate moves around over here. Now, we've been pricing this thing at $3,400 for a little while. We are headed into snow season, and obviously this is going to be the perfect piece for somebody to clear sidewalks and that kind of thing. We've had this priced at $3,400. If you'd like to pick it up for Crazy Neil's deals, we will throw in free shipping for this anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
You're starting to fog up.
I know. It's very hot in here.
Beside us here is a 60-inch pin-on bucket. We hardly ever sell pin-on buckets anymore. 99% of what we sell is going to go on a skid steer quick coupler. This guy's here hanging around. Now, this is probably off of like a B series or a standard L series of the pin-on loader, so you think you're going back to like a B3200, somewhere in that area, where skid steer couplers probably weren't offered. We don't know exactly what this fits. There's no part number on it anymore. Nate, what are we going to sell it for?
Well, I'm having trouble seeing it, but for what you just described, you're pretty accurate there. Let's go with $300.
$300.
Uh-oh.
How are you gonna silence your phone? Do we have to wait until it stops ringing?
No, hold on. Got it.
All right. It has been a long time since we've had proper grapple inventory, but we've got a couple Virnigs in stock right now, from some small sizes down here in 48-inch up to a couple of big construction ones. Now these are your type of grapple with a traditional floor. Root rake style grapples have been a lot harder to keep inventory of, however we've got a couple of these. Nate, you actually handle a lot of the business for this stuff when it comes to selling these online. What are we going to do for the people today?
For our YouTube audience today, we're going to knock $100 off if you call in and reference Crazy Neil's Deals, or you type it in your order online.
It seems like every time we come up here, there's new things to be found. What do we got this time, Nate?
So we have front door glass off an SVL 75. We have 2 of them that we would have replaced for new machine prep.
Now these would be takeoff items that during the prepping of a new machine for somebody, not all the bits and pieces are always passed along. Now we do usually offer this stuff to people, but believe it or not, a lot of times they don't have use for it, and so it kind of hangs out here. So in the case of this, these 2 windshields up for grabs if you've broken the front glass on your SVL. This is another takeoff part, and this is a beast. This is a single lever coupler manifold to release all the hoses on your loader in one shot. Now this is probably off of a Kubota M7, and more or less you're going to find that these are kind of industry standard Legos. There's probably nothing here that's super specific to a Kubota. This is a valve from a company called Faster. If you have an existing tractor, you might find this on that. If yours is starting to wear out, we could sell you one of these for how much, Nate?
$500.
$500. Got a grill guard here in front of us, Nate. Tell me about it.
All right, so we have a grill guard here that would be for the Grandel 60 series and the MX series that we would have, I suppose, take off because the customer didn't need one. We actually have 3 of these, so if you're interested, let us know. Normally these are going to go for a better part of $400. So we'll cut that price down to $200 for you today.
$200 if you bent up your grill guard. Great way to make your tractor look sharp again. In front of me here in this cardboard box is a soft-sided cab for a Kubota M62. Would probably fit the N59 just fine as well. This is one that we had sold to somebody here locally that didn't quite fit their needs once they installed it on the machine. So it's been out of its box, but never really through a winter season, packed up here and ready to ship back out to you. These are $1,500 for a new one. For this secondhand open box one, what are we gonna do, Nate?
I'm gonna slash the price down $500 and sell it to you for $1,000.
$1,000 the soft cab.
Poor guy's tired.
He is. He's really starting to lose his.
Hey, buddy.
What's in front of us here, Nate?
We got suspensions, seat suspensions.
The seat suspensions, now it looks like I got 2 of them off of a Grandel 60 and 1 off an SVL 75. These usually come to us when somebody decides to install an air ride undercarriage on their machine.
That's
what do you
correct.
usually get for these, Nate?
All right, so the tractor ones here will usually get around $300 for these, and then the ones for the SVL will be $100.
So if you've got a machine that doesn't ride real well and you want to kind of fabricate something to smooth that ride out a little bit, this could be a great starting point. Can you get over here, Nate?
I'm trying.
I'm really surprised this one didn't sell last time. This is a hood for a Kubota B2601. If you've dented yours up, this would be a great way to get a cheap replacement for your tractor. What did we ask for it last time?
We asked $200.
$200. Now we're still asking $200 for it because there's no reason you're going to find one this cheap anywhere else. There is a scratch or 2, a really fine one over here on the side, which is why we've kind of got it sitting back here for Crazy Neil's Deals. So hood for a B2601. Another bit that's often removed from tractors during prep is cab glass. The factory tractors don't come through with defoggers on the back of them, and we often sell them here locally for snow removal. So when we're installing the glass on the back that has heater grids on, the non-grid standard glass then comes off and we throw here in the box. So Nate's got a long list of the different models of cab glass that we've got here. What do you see around?
So we got the rear hatch glass for an MX 6000 and 5400. We got rear corner glass for the Grandel 40 series. We got rear cab glass for the Grandel 60 series. We have a hatch glass for the M4071 And I even think there's a piece of old glass here for an M108S.
So if you've got a tractor and could use an extra piece of glass because you're afraid you're gonna break it, you can check with Nate or leave your model down in the comments and we'll see if we can hook you up. Vendor merch is always a hot item and has a soft spot in your heart.
It really does, yes.
What are we gonna ask for this guy?
We have an old Exmark lighted sign here. Now, I just tried to plug it in and it didn't light up, so it might need some tender loving care. But you won't really find these anywhere unless you go to like a dealer closeout auction or something. So for this sign here, we'll sell it to you for 150 bucks.
150 bucks. If you're an Exmark owner, cool piece to have in your garage. About 2 weeks ago, we would have done a video with, now you're distracting me.
It tells me to flail my arms, I'm flailing.
About 2 weeks ago, we would have done a video on the ZD series mowers with the Curtis air-conditioned cab. We've priced several of them out to several of you now. We have one here in stock and I hate to move it to the new building. So at the end of the season here, if you commit to a purchase of that air-conditioned cab for your ZD series mower, we can throw in free shipping in order to clear this one out. In front of me here is a Billy Goat Dethatcher. This is a piece that we brought into our rental inventory and haven't done a whole lot with. It basically is brand new. We'd be happy to sell this to you at dealer cost of $1,050. Another underutilized rental piece for you. This is a walk-behind Husqvarna Slit seeder. This has only been used a handful of times. There's a little bit of seed in the seed box back there. We let this one go at dealer cost as well, which is $1,570 for a basically brand new walk-behind Slit seeder. So that's today's episode of Crazy Neil's Deals. We're gonna be moving here in about 2 months and there's a lot of stuff that we would rather not take along with us. So hopefully if you can find some homes for these things, that's gonna help a little bit. But see anything here behind us in the videos or anything around the store here and you like to make us a deal, come in and see us. We certainly would like to not move any more than what we have to. So about another 6 to 8 weeks here, we're hoping to relocate down here to this new location. Really excited to be able to show off all that we're gonna be able to offer once we get there. So if you have any questions about anything, things that you've seen here, check down in the video description. A list of everything that we're selling is down there, along with indications of the pieces that we have sold so far. So you can reach us at 800-222-3373, online at Messick's.com, or Nate, what's your direct phone number?
717-366-4737. Mark, you want some B-roll of me like flailing over by the highway?
What's taking you so long?
How did you put this on?
Get everything to the side inside out.